It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Josh Jacobs, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Raiders and the Jets on Sunday night.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's another typical season for Jimmy G. Last year, when he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 22 carries, 109 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
21.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Michael Mayer, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film, that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former 2nd overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. You look at this Raiders defense, and that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They go play action with Wilson. Cobb goes laying out for that one, and he has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
Hall on to give up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guy scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll be stopped. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
White.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's still on his feet. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 66 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
The Jets at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Got a man. That's Lazard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 33 yards that time.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing him.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. Powering his way forward. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raiders offense ready to go. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Oh, the spin. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still going. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
A handoff for Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They've given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 11. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The New York set to take the field. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement.
Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run the offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Guy's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule. He quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Wilson. That is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Wilson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Randall Cobb as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Zerline good with a PAT. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. Bryce Young, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500.
Lastly, on Monday Night Football, we finish off Week 10 with a good one in the AFC. Broncos and Bills from Buffalo. The Raiders got a strong first half of play from their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Offside, defense.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Now Cook running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Here's Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now Wilson. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. The misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now Wilson. Touchdown Jets. Alan Lazard from 21 yards away. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Play action. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Carter. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
11.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's got Hooper on the short connection. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Samuel Aguavin makes the stop.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all of those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. I credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
They go play action with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Wilson. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Got a man. That's Lazard. Touchdown. Alan Lazard. His second touchdown of the night. And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete.
Here we go.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Garoppolo now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Here we go, here we go,
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Let's go now.
Left side, Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Holding. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Wilson. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, 29 yards. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen.
They couldn't pick up the first down. And
now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this
Previous
being
play
inside
is
2
under
minutes of
review.
play, everything coming from up above. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not
After
always
review of the
easy.
play,
We'll see what they decide
ruling on the
here.
field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Cook will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:40 remaining. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Personal foul. Spaceman. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Gets it downfield to Mayer. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game.
But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Third and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Abdullah to return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Here we go, here we go. Stay hot.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.